Hi, I'm Joshua Sackheim.
And I'm Jordan Moncada.
Welcome to Backyard Boston.
Today we're in what's commonly referred to as Emerson's outdoor campus, the Boston Common.
And one of the most popular places to visit while you're here is the Frog Pond, which, like most bodies of water, is 40% pee.
It's a great place to ice skate in the winter.
And pretend it's a beach during the summer.
But if fake beach watching isn't really your forte, you can always play a quick game of tennis over at the free tennis courts.
That's right, and if you're not feeling too self-conscious, you can hop in on one of Emerson's most popular sports, Quidditch.
Whoa. Easy now. First of all, Quidditch is an intense cardio workout, all right, full contact sport, and my tush looks rockin' in the full body gold spandex suit. But for real, Jordan, people have died, okay? It gets real out there on the Quidditch pitch. You know how I got these scars?
I gave them.
Yeah, Quidditch. Anyway, while we debate the origin of my scars, which I got from Quidditch and not a girl, we're going to kick it over to Leslie Diana for On the Menu. Plus, we're going to see what Justin Chun is up to with Sporty Boston while he explores the sporty side of this outside haven.
Hey guys, food feeds the stomach and music feeds the soul. At least, I think that's how that goes. Anyway, food and music are combined at Daryl's Corner Bar and Kitchen to give you the true New Orleans experience right here in the South End. So let's go see what's on the menu.
Went down to the station, jumped on the number 9. Trying to find my baby, way down the line. How long has the train been gone?
Welcome to Daryl's Corner Bar and Kitchen. This is Luther, the general manager. Hope you enjoy yourself while you're here.
It's a lot of comfort food, so how do you think the atmosphere here sort of reflects that comfortable Southern hospitality?
Well, you know, we keep the lighting appropriate, we keep the people happy, everyone's smiling. It's the type of place if you come to and you're in a good mood, you're going to leave in a great mood.
If someone comes in here, they've never had that style of food before, what do you tell them to try?
Jambalaya is delicious. It's not as traditional as some, but it's very good, very hearty meal. It's going to give you the flavors you're looking for with the Cajun cuisine. You know, late night, you want chicken and waffles. You usually have a little sugar boost to kind of get you through the night. When you want a hearty meal, we have a fantastic short rib that, you know, will fill any man's belly that comes to the door, I'm sure. So, it depends what your mood is or what my mood is, but those are my two favorites.
And now about your music, 'cause that's a huge component to the restaurant's vibe. So how often do you have live jazz music playing here?
We have live jazz playing Wednesday through Saturday night, then one Sunday morning. And on Tuesday night, we have reggae. So we bring a little flair into it there on Tuesday night. On Friday and Saturday night, after the jazz, we bring in our R&B old school DJs.
Wow.
And you know, we clear a couple tables out and we're able to do a little dance and people are hanging out and having a good time.
I was just gonna ask, I gotta come back, get my robot on, do a little of that, maybe not.
Well, you do a robot, you really get a crowd going, I'll tell you that. But we definitely have some fun. We definitely have some fun late night.
And what sets you apart from all the other music, you know, spots in the area, the Beehive, Pigalle, there's a lot.
Well, we're authentic, first of all. You know, we've been doing it first. And, you know, you got people eating dinner, sitting around clapping right now. They're happy to have the music. We're not overcrowding it, we're not overdoing it. You know, our food is simple and clean and good and fresh. Our music is fun, lively, and fresh.
You're not trying too hard, it's very organic.
Yeah, it's real, you know, people just come in and have a good time, and the band's the same way. Our bands are happy to play here. It's not a job for them, you know, and it reflects in the music and everything else.
So what is your favorite thing about working here?
I mean, you see it when you walk around and you see the smiles on people's faces, and to know that I'm part of that. You know, what else can I ask for?
Yeah.
Obama takes care of the country, I take care of Daryl's little corner.
It's Obama and Luther, 2012, running 2012. Thank you so much, Luther. Now we're gonna go try out the food firsthand. So I'm taking Luther's suggestion and I'm trying the fried chicken and waffles for the very first time in my life, I might add. I'm gonna add some syrup, gonna do this right. Got a big bite here. I'm so glad I'm having this experience here in front of you so I can show my grandchildren what it looked like when I had fried chicken and waffles, because this is like the best day of my life. So good. I can see what they call comfort food. Moving on, for my second course, we have a seafood jambalaya. That is really, really nice. It's definitely not your traditional New England seafood dish. It's savory, a little bit spicy, but you can still enjoy it, and it definitely has that kick from down south. Your parents probably won't let you go to Mardi Gras for spring break, but that's okay. Throw on your beads and head on over to Daryl's Corner Bar and Kitchen for an equally good but less X-rated time. For Backyard Boston, I'm Leslie Diana telling you to dig in.
Aloha kako e como mai. I'm Justin Chun, and today I'll be giving you a history lesson on an important revolutionary landmark, the TD Garden, where several Boston teams such as the Celtics and the Bruins call their home. The TD Garden, formerly known as the Madison Square Boston Garden, the Shawmut Center, the Fleet Center, and the TD Bank North Garden, was built in 1995. For years before that, the Boston Bruins had been playing out of an old, inadequate venue, and owners wanted to build a new, much larger space for the team to call home. The new building is about 3.2 acres large. The arena was called the Shawmut Center for a short time, but changed shortly after the building's completion when Shawmut Bank merged with Fleet Bank. In 2005, the name changed again to TD Bank North when Bank of America merged with the group, and again in 2008 when TD Bank North became TD Bank, and then combined with the New Jersey company, Commerce Bank Corp. However, the present name TD Garden has been solid for the past 3 years. The original floor of the TD Garden, then known as the Boston Madison Square Garden, was originally designed by Tex Rickard for boxing. The fun part about the TD Garden, though, are the events it holds. TD Garden has been home to the Boston Celtics basketball and Bruins hockey teams for more than 20 years. It also holds other events, such as concerts and comic shows. Inside the garden is the sports museum known as the Sports Museum of New England. Outside the arena is a bronze statue of Bobby Orr, or as he's known in Boston, Bobby Orr, in honor of his goal that clinched the Bruins Stanley Cup championship over the St. Louis Blues in 1970. The wooden floor of the Celtics court actually has a secret history. Supposedly, when it was moved to the Garden in 1952, the team knew of certain spots on the floor where there was more bounce. Some speculate that this aided them in winning many of their early championships. As for the Bruins rink, the original floor was too small for the arena, as hockey teams had not yet set a standard for their size of their rinks. It was about 250 feet too small for the space. Famous musicians such as the Beatles, Elvis Presley, and Bob Seger have played the Garden. Aerosmith, the Bad Boys of Boston, have done more than 10 shows there. Well, I hope you all learned as much today as I did, and I also hope you spent some time visiting the Sports Museum or maybe even attend an event here at the Garden. For Sporty Boston, I'm Justin Chun. Back to you, J Squared.
When the holiday season strikes, the Boston Common transforms into a beautiful winter wonderland.
You know, Jordan, the Nova Scotians of the Canadian continent actually tribute to us a giant Christmas tree every year. It's right here in the Common, and it's a thank you for us helping them put out a devastating fire.
Josh, Canada is not a continent. It's actually a proud country.
Oh, Jordan. Poor, sweet, naive Jordan. Canada's basically a third world country. I mean, they don't even have Hulu. How do you watch Cougar Town?
I think they suffer nobly through the pain.
Canadians don't know pain, Jordan. They don't even have a president.
Aren't you 30% Canadian?
Inuit. They stole my people's land.
I don't think you should be hating on these people that give us a beautiful tree every year.
Regardless, Jordan, when we get back, Megan Mitchell is going to show us all about downtown Boston culture, and we're going to show you some sweet deals right here in the Boston Common.
This is how Ross prepares for Good Morning Emerson every Tuesday and Thursday morning by sleeping. Ross, time to get up.
Huh?
Good
What?
morning, Emerson.
Yeah, Good Morning Emerson. It's Tuesdays, Thursdays at 9 a.m.
Wake up to us on the Emerson channel.
Where am I right now?
We're here at the Freedom Trail where tourists walk till they drop to see some of Boston's greatest patriotic locations.
Jesus, Jordan, you can't just joke about the Freedom Trail like that. Thousands of native peoples died on a forced migration to make way for the white man's ruthless expansion. And as someone who's 45% Inuit, I can relate to their plight.
Wrong trail, sport.
Then which one are you talking about?
I was talking about the famous Boston Freedom Trail. You know, the one where you see a lot of historical sites, including the Granary Burial Ground, where the victims of the Boston Massacre were buried.
Okay, so it's a bunch of old dead white dudes.
Actually, there's a black guy there too. Crispus Attucks was said to be the first casualty of the Revolution.
Okay, so one black dude and a bunch of white guys. Prime example of Emerson diversity.
Well, while Josh and I splurge on some cheesy Boston merchandise,
And spit on the grave of the white devil.
let's check in with Megan Mitchell for today's Commonwealth Culture and Anthony Chase for the Daily Deal.
Hey guys, Megan Mitchell here for Backyard Boston's Commonwealth Culture. Today we are in downtown Crossing at one of the Summer Street lunchtime concerts. Every Tuesday from 12 to 2, a variety of musical acts can be seen right here. But don't worry, this is just one of the many concerts in the downtown area. Let's go check them out.
My name is Joe. I work for the Downtown Boston Business Improvement District, or known as the Boston BID, and I'm event staff. What I do is I help put on the concerts that we do here on a daily basis. We also have our open art market where vendors come and line up on Summer Street here. We do that Wednesdays and Fridays as well. There are multiple business improvement districts around the world. Really, their mission statement, not just this one, but a lot of them, are to help revitalize, the area. Yes, we're always on the street in this district, whether it's an ambassador walking by, we're always in the crossing, or if you see any event staff, we're always happy to help in any way we can. There has been a major difference in the personalities you see downtown, a lot more tours, and it's just generally a safer, cleaner place to be.
Lunchtime concerts occur in several locations of the downtown area. So whether you've got an afternoon off or just a couple hours in between classes, be sure to hit up downtown for a jam out session. For more information, go to www.bostonbids.org/events. For Commonwealth Culture, I'm Megan Mitchell.
While most colleges have a quad where students can come and hang out and throw the Frisbee, Emerson is conveniently located across from the oldest park in the country. The 50-acre Boston Common was once used for cattle grazing, space for British troops during the American Revolution, and my personal favorite, public hangings. But now you can take a stroll through the public gardens or walk through the Common anytime, along with an array of different activities. What is the most enjoyable aspect of being out on the Boston Common?
Well, for me, I especially love it in the winter. Having like a little picnic sort of thing.
I really like to sit down and study a bit. I find it to be a very relaxing place.
I really like how there are trees out in the middle of the city, and I like playing Frisbee a lot out there too. And suntanning, ladies.
The pond freezes and people are in the snow, but what I do is I take a pair of skates and hockey stick and go out and play pond hockey with my friends.
Well, during the summer, the frog pond might look like your local kiddie pool, but come winter, this place is transformed into ice skating heaven. Also, don't forget, Tuesday nights are college night. Bring your college ID and you can skate for just $2 right here. What are some of your favorite events out on the Common?
Well, there's always so much going on. Shakespeare on the Common is unbelievable. It happens every summer. There are almost always Emerson students involved.
I would say my favorite part of the Common is all the food. There's the food truck, there's food stands, there's opening a new restaurant, and I think it's going to be really great.
I like to play Quidditch.
Hempfest happens every fall, which is always a lot of fun. You never really know who you're going to see there.
What's the best thing about the gardens? It's just such a beautiful public area that I can't find back home, so it's nice to have something so near that you have the lake and the beautiful scenery and everything.
So with all of this right here in your backyard, you can't afford not to come down and witness everything the Boston Common has to offer. With your daily deals, I'm Anthony Chase.
Welcome to the Boston Massacre site. If it were to happen today, there would be a lot more Abercrombie & Fitch and a lot less bayonets to the gut.
You know, it's not as dank as I thought it would be.
Hey, I hear if you listen close enough, you're able to hear gunshots.
I don't hear anything.
Not with that attitude, you won't.
When we get back, we're going to take a look at the styling side of Boston, plus we're going to check out some of the weirder points of the city.
Hello? I'm not getting reception in here. Hello? I'm in the library. I have to talk low. Ugh, another meeting. Emails, 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 emails. I got the internship. I got the part. I'm so sorry. It's Lee Pelton. I have to take this. Lee.
I love Faneuil Hall, especially the marketplace, which actually features the food of my people.
What's that exactly?
Well, as we've discussed previously, I am 85% Inuit.
Okay.
Kind of a big deal, prince among my people. Okay, well, do you need me to bring them out here?
Not if they're going to bring their food. What is that exactly?
Fish, corn, obviously.
Well, I prefer Sbarro.
Okay, well, we are going to go to the north end tomorrow, so if you could hold off for just a little bit, we'll get you some pizza.
Oh, but this place has so much authentic food, like Dick's Last Resort, Wagamama, Zuma's. There's so much good food to be had here.
You got to go for the real market experience, Jordan. You grab the free samples. You basically have a whole meal by just walking up and down a hall.
Agree to disagree?
All right. But I think we can agree that the best part of Faneuil Hall, hands down, has to be the Ann Taylor.
I think you're talking about the Ann Taylor Loft. Thank you.
Okay, well, you're wrong. But while I feed Jordan some authentic Inuit muscum, we're going to see what Bree Baxter is up to while she checks out some hot Boston styles.
Hey everyone, I'm Brianna Baxter for Backyard Boston, and this is Boston Style. We're here in the financial district today of downtown Boston, asking the questions you'd like to know from some of America's leading white-collared citizens, like, what in the world do you wear to a job interview outside of the Emerson community? Let's find out.
I work downtown right by South Station at 245 Summer Street.
Yes, I do, right in Fort Point Channel.
I had a job interview at TD Bank North Garden.
What is your advice on what's the best thing to wear to a job interview?
A suit would be the smartest thing to wear.
Well, I would definitely say play it conservative and wear a suit, a nice matching blazer and pair of slacks or a skirt.
You just sort of want to look like yourself and be honest. I wore a black and white with some color splashes for my interview for the job I have now.
I'd say slacks and a shirt and tie. You can't really go wrong either way. You can take the tie off and you're a little bit more casual. You can put a suit coat on and you're fine either way. So,
Buy yourself as expensive a suit as you think you can possibly afford. Same goes with shoes, and a nice watch, clean white shirt, and a conservative striped tie.
And if you want to dress it up a little bit, what would you add to the outfit?
You might want to use a bold choker or scarf or some kind of piece of statement jewelry that might start a conversation.
Mixing it up and getting creative with your colors and just like having fun with it.
You can add like a chunky necklace.
A little more zazz.
And what's your advice on what not to wear?
Oh gosh, wearing anything too tight is really unflattering and inappropriate for the workplace, I think. People wearing like jeans.
Anything that you might think is a little off, you're probably right. And everything should be covered and everything should just be tailored to your body.
making sure that you're not overdressing either.
Wear your skirts down to the knee, and then to keep your blouses around the collarbone, I would say would be a safe bet to go with any job.
If there's one thing we've learned, it's keep it classy and keep it conservative for that first interview. However, once you've landed the job, you can add personal touches to any outfit. Until then, one thing's for certain, you can never go wrong with a smile. For Backyard Boston, I'm Brianna Baxter.
Welcome to downtown Boston, your home for the next 4 years, hopefully. There's a few things you should know before coming to downtown. 1, never go to Chinatown past midnight, unless of course you want to join a gang. 2, if you want to get away with certain things, do it on the common and you should have no troubles. 3, be prepared for the unusual around every corner. I'm Harrison Richland, and this is Weird Boston. Here on Mount Vernon Street in the downtown neighborhood of Beacon Hill is something that needs no introduction. But I'm going to introduce it anyway because it's one of the few things they actually let me do. The 13-foot house is a single-story structure with taller brick residences surrounding it. It was originally built as 3 separate carriage houses by Hepzibah Swan, the wife of American patriot James Swan. But you all know that, of course. I mean, Hepzibah? Everyone knows about Hepzibah. Fun fact, I actually got with a girl named Hepzibah, and she wasn't a witch. The Scarlett O'Hara House here in downtown Boston is actually a misnomer. See, it's not a house at all, but more of an entranceway. Pretty good looking entranceway though, and I would enter through that way. It's a replica from the 1939 film Gone with the Wind. But frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn because it's time to head to our next stop. The King's Chapel Burying Ground, not only the oldest cemetery in all the country, but also one of the more mysterious resting spots. During the 1800s, the groundskeeper here decided to make some renovations by lifting out the tombstones and relaying them in neat rows. In the process, some of the tombstones were actually broken. So not only do we not know which tombstone matches to which body, we also don't know who might be buried here. Who knows, my great-great-uncle Moishe might be buried here. I would assume not, because this is a chapel burying ground, and, well, Moishe was a Jew, So, Oliver Shulam, rest in peace. Cool. Thanks for exploring the neighborhood with me, folks. It's good to get a sense of where you're living. Hopefully this sense, though, didn't make you want to leave and never come back. For Weird Boston, I'm Harrison Richland, saying, steal my Cinnamon Toast Crunch. See what happens.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for here in downtown Boston, but there's definitely a lot to see, so if you get a chance, you should come check it out for yourself. Jordan, we actually learned a lot about each other.
That's right. I learned that Josh becomes more Inuit every minute.
I learned that Jordan hears phantom gunshots.
Hey, it's like the Great Pumpkin. You just have to believe.
See, you know that if you make a reference that's not from an Adam Sandler movie, I won't get it.
Well, we did both learn one thing. The Trail of Tears and the Freedom Trail are two very different things.
But both have hosted performances from my favorite cover band, Manifest Destiny's Child.
Well, you'll have to tune in tomorrow when we take a look at the North End.
I buy my deli meat there.
Once again, I'm Jordan Moncada.
And I'm Inuit.
Thanks for watching Backyard Boston. Okay, this is not working out.
It hasn't been working out for us. Can we please go back to the shows that were meant to host?
It's time for the Backyard Boston Wrap.
Aw, yeah.